30 Bravo Bravo, good afternoon to you. Report your altitude?
2,000 feet.
Hi, Wycliffe Barrett, Xplane dedicated, a different type of vlog today. First of all, there's no picture of me, you don't want to see my ugly mug all the time. And just starting off with a nice little drone shot here of Penarth, which is near Cardiff where I live. Anyway, today I'm going to be looking at KSRQ, Sarasota-Bradenton Airport, which is in the US of A, of course. This has been produced by Freddy De Pues from NAPS and Marc Leydecker. Must credit the both of these guys. They've done a really top job here. And to start off with, they've used photo texturing for the surrounding area of the airport, but that's been processed in Photoshop, so it's really, really looking good. On top of that, there are customized buildings that have been built, and they've actually used photographs and pictures from the actual airport itself as well, so it looks really, really good. There are lots of animations in this. They've used flyby aircraft as well, so when you're flying around, you actually see aircraft flying around the airport. There's new custom terminal buildings. I give this 5 stars for freeware airports. One of the most important things though is you must download the NAPS library objects, and that's 163 megabytes. But let's take up my virtual drone and have a look around. Just coming in and approaching the airport over the car parks, you can see lots of different coloured cars there, not just the usual greys, greens and blacks, but we have got some coloured cars there. There you can see like the default ones, the greens, blacks and greys. Lots of custom built buildings around the airport, and over here this is like a general aviation area and cargo area as we come up at the top. Lots of aircraft about, which has no impact on frame rates. Look at that flag there fluttering. We'll talk a bit about flags a little bit more as I come further into the video. So moving towards the airfield now, and you can see it's quite a large airfield. It's in the familiar cross-shaped runways, so there are 4 runways altogether, and it's in a familiar cross shape. And as we come over one of the terminal arms here, you can see one of my favourite things that I always go on about, and that's airport clutter. And the airport clutter here is just about right, I think. There's people standing around doing nothing, which is always the same for baggage handlers, etc. And it's really nicely done. Now this bit I really like. The outside of the airport, we've got people walking across level crossings, the lighting is really good. Although I must admit, the car park lighting seems a little bit muted at night, and I'm not quite sure what's happened there. Real good attention to detail. There's one problem in one area, and I'm not going to tell you where it is, but you've got 3D people stood outside the airport, but there's somebody inside the airport terminal close to a 3D person, and they must be a giant. They look absolutely huge. Overall, I think this is a really good airport. I like some of the signage. It looks really neat and tidy. No impact on frame rates. This is a really good, solid, freeware piece of kit, and I give it 5 out of 5. See you soon. Yeah.